49ers take care of business with a 27-7 win over the Seattle Seahawks in the season opener. It was a much better performance compared to week 1 against Chicago. Definitely cleaned up the penalties. You can argue one of the only penalties on the day wasn't even a penalty on Emmanuel Mosley for defensive pass interference. Other than that, the San Francisco 49ers played a relatively clean game. It was the Seattle Seahawks, on the other hand, that needed to clean things up. The 49ers did well all three phases. Offensively, we understand the biggest news to come out of today's game was the season-ending injury to Trey Lance, which is absolutely a massive blow considering the plans that the 49ers had for Trey Lance and his development this year. But as we saw, Jimmy Garoppolo was able to come in and continue to put the work in and move the offense up and down the field and score points. You had great play by special teams. You had the muffed punt from Seattle, which turned into a score. Kyle Juszczyk had a touchdown. Ross Dwelly had a touchdown. Amongst others, Jimmy Garoppolo had a rushing touchdown. So the 49ers were able to play their style, their game, and their brand of football, and were able to come away with the W. The 49ers defense continues to be phenomenal, led by Talanoa Hufanga on the back end. You also had players like Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, and Azeez Al-Shaair performing at a very high level. And on top of that, Nick Bosa came away with a sack. Drake Jackson got involved as well. The defensive line, linebacking core, and defensive backs were balling today. Charvarius Ward came away with the interception. Overall, this is the type of 49ers football that we are looking to see out of this team when looking forward to a potential playoff spot, maybe winning the NFC West against teams like the Seattle Seahawks, who were the only NFC West team coming into week 2 with the W. So the 49ers take down the Seattle Seahawks in convincing fashion. So all three phases, again, 49ers did what they needed to do and took care of the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle just looked outmatched. They didn't have a game plan that looked like it could compete and stay up with the San Francisco 49ers, especially when they make the mistakes, turn the football over, and have penalties. So the 49ers were opportunistic in this showing, took care of business, got the job done, walk out of the home opener with the W. Again, it feels a little interesting just because of the Trey Lance injury concerns and the news that just came out that he'll have the season-ending surgery. So that is unfortunate, but Jimmy Garoppolo, he's been here, he's done it before. So the 49ers have a good plan moving forward, and we'll continue to see how that develops throughout the year. But 49ers really needed to get back on track in week 2. They did exactly that. They took care of business at home against Seattle, a team that plays the San Francisco 49ers really well historically. But today they were no match as they fall 27-7. Arguably shouldn't even have those 7 points, which were a blocked field goal that turned into a return touchdown for the only 7 points on Seattle. Should have been a skunking, but understandably the 49ers still took care of business and took down the Seattle Seahawks. And I'll be going live later once I get home. Obviously, you can see at the stadium today started to clear up. Rain wasn't too bad. I don't think it was too much of a factor at all, considering what the 49ers had to play in the other day, or the other week, I should say, and got it done. So 49ers go to 1-1 on the year, and now they head into a primetime matchup against the Denver Broncos on Sunday Night Football, and we will begin to turn the page and look to see how the 49ers can go from Seattle Seahawks to the Russell Wilson-led Broncos away on the road and look to go to 2-1 on the season.